Hey folks, Aaron here from Fits and Fun. I'm going to go over Canon's Photo Professional 4 today. See what we can do as far as correcting some images that may be overexposed or underexposed or just kind of screwed up. See if there's something we can do to enhance some images, make them look a little better. And remember folks, this software is not free. It comes with the camera. You paid for the camera. You paid good money for the camera. So it might be worth checking out. So all you have to do is get on Canon's website and register your camera with the serial number. And you have access to their EOS utility and their software. And it actually, I believe it's for anything that's EOS. So any EOS series camera that you own, you get that software. So again, it's not free software. You actually already paid for it, anywhere from $500 to $3,000, whatever you paid for the camera. So don't think it's free, but it's pretty interesting. I got on there and messed around. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna sit here and swing my son and my kids for a little bit, and I'm gonna go fire this thing up. Let's check it out. It's gonna be kind of a tutorial slash demo, because I don't know, I think people should know more about it and experiment with it, especially since you already paid for it. So let's check it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up Digital Photo Professional 4. Now, I did shoot a lot of this stuff in RAW, so we're gonna be dealing with RAW. All right, so here we are. Now let's start off by explaining what we're seeing on the screen here. Start up here, you got edit image, quick check, remote shooting, pretty self-explanatory. Come down here. Now this here, the minus and plus are referring to the size of the thumbnails we're looking at right now. So as you can see here, minus, 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 minus. So now we can see all these. Come over here and drag this over real quick. Okay, so this is the basic layout to start with. Pretty simple. Got your file, edit, view. Now up here, there's a lot of weird things like adjustment, tools. See all these things here? Now we're not going to mess with any of these right now. Okay, what we are going to mess with to start, and what I'm going to do is right click it and bookmark it. This is the primary folder I want to be playing with. So now I'm going to come up top here and hit bookmark. And as you can see, there it is, the one I just bookmarked, Summer 2017 Pictures. So again, right already there's a real easy way to find your photo folders when you get on here and separate them from this huge, massive list. That's a really nice feature. So let's come back to the bottom here. Okay, as you know, the plus minus, so let's hit the plus here, kind of boost it up quite a bit. Let's come down here. Now let's actually go to new folder. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, nice. So this is what I want right here. Let's play in this folder. So as you see here, the plus, so I'm gonna plus it all the way up and make the thumbnails as large as possible. I'm gonna come over here. Now, if you hover over any of these, you can see what it is. So right here we have show thumbnails without fine lines, without file names, default thumbnail display, and show thumbnails with info. So if you hit this middle one, you see right here it gives you basically the file name, image, blah blah blah, CR2. Now CR2 file is a RAW file. Just so you know, and see the little R right here? That's a RAW. See J for JPEG, 112 JPEG. Nice little feature there. So what we want to do is actually come over here. Now this here, show thumbnails with info. Here's a really nice feature. Now right here you can see there's the image. Now here is the histogram. And then over here shows the details. So here, as you can see, the aperture 5.0, ISO speed 100, focal length. This is with the 24 millimeter shutter speed. So here I got ISO 100. Okay, so enough of that stuff. That's pretty boring, but that's how you maneuver through this initial screen here. So we're not going to mess with anything up here right now, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to come in and edit something real quick. Let's find something that could use some serious work. Okay, so as you look up here, image 5884 CR2. So this is the raw file. This is what I want. And now as you can see here, it's showing the red up here. That means it's overexposed. And see up here, it's basically blown out, the red. It's indicating that. So what we're going to do, come up here to view. We're going to click right here, edit image window. This is pretty much the only thing I use in here as of yet. Okay, so now we pulled up the palette here. This is the tool palette right here. Right here, see that little thing spinning? That means it's pulling all the information out and getting it ready to be edited. And this is a fairly new, fairly quick computer. It's got an i7 quad core. You know, it's a fairly, I think I need more RAM. It's only got 8 gigs of RAM, so it's kind of struggling here. I might need to bump that up to 16 to get better results here. But anyways, let's wait for that to go. And while that's going, let's come up here and look here. Like I said, you can hover over these thumbnails or whatever, and see what they are. So right here, basic image adjustment. Okay, very simple. You can scroll down here and see. Here you can mess with the brightness, white balance, gamma. Come down here, contrast, highlight, shadow. Okay, come over here, adjust image detail. Here you can basically anywhere you put this cursor, you have to click this first. Once you click that, and this, you can look and see basically anywhere on here. Okay, let's come up here, adjust image tone and curves. Here you can adjust the different colors through up here, RGB. So here, this is adjusting all of them. If you want to say go to just the greens, there. Now you can take that and you can tweak the greens like here. You can lift this up and see. Oh, what do you think? A little too much? Okay, so there you can do that. Now to go back anytime, there's always this little icon right here, revert to shot settings. You can always hit that and get rid of what you just did in any of these. Okay, so there's that. Let's come over here to the color adjustment. This is your basic color adjustments. The neat thing about this program that I've found is these adjustments typically aren't anything drastic. That's what's nice about this. You really, like some of the programs, you can go way red. It'll just completely screw everything up. A lot of this is very subtle. It's a great way to just tweak things and enhance versus like drastically overdoing it. So anyways, let's come over here, configure basic image settings. Not exactly sure what the use of that is, so let's come up here. Now this one I do use quite a bit, the stamp tool. And actually, I'll use that in a second. And I'll show you. This is really nice. With this here, you can kind of go through and get rid of imperfections. Like what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and see this mess down here at the bottom with this mulch. I'm going to completely eliminate that and make it all look nice and even mulch. I'm going to come up here with that stamp tool. I'm going to get rid of this truck right here. I'm just going to make everything look nice and neat and kind of clean it up. Like over here, this grass is a little sloppy. Kind of make that edge look nice. Basically, just kind of clean it up a bit. Not overdo it, but take out some of the imperfections that really stick out and detract from the photo. So I'm going to mess with that. Over here, we have the crop tool. This is very simple. All you do to crop, you basically cut and drag. You can change it for the aspect ratio here, you know, to 16:9, and you know, do that. Just your basic cut and, you know, crop and everything like that. So now, as you saw there, it did just crop it, which I do not want. So let's come back to that and wait a second and revert it back to that. Okay. Then over here, we have some lens correction. So image lens correction. Now, chromatic aberration, diffractive correction, things of that nature. I haven't really messed with that very much. I'm looking here. Let's see if we got anything around some of these spots. This looks pretty clean. I mean, it's at ISO 100. I don't know. I don't know exactly what. You know what? I'm not that advanced. I'm just like pretending I know what that means. Chromatic aberration. I understand that's like these weird outlines and glows around objects or something. I saw that somewhere, but anyways, it doesn't apply to this. So let's get out of that. I don't see anything happening there. All right, now let's go over just a few things at the bottom here. Okay, this is very cut and dry here. This here is obviously the zoom, as you just saw. Now you can zoom it in. These are pretty cool here. Now let's make some adjustments. This right here arranged horizontally so you can compare your changes to the original side by side. I'll show you that. This here, anytime you've edited a video and you want to see the original again, you tap this and it'll take you back to the original. Okay? And then this here, pin and compare images vertically. I don't really use that much. This here I use sometimes if you want to see the original without showing the overexposed areas or the problematic areas. So anyways, so that's just your basic layout here. But the first thing I want to get into is this stamp tool. And let's clean this up here really quick. So as you can see down here, it's thinking. Here, I'm running way too many programs on here. It's slowing it down. I could do the same thing up here. I'd hit copy source like this. I'm going to come up here. See right here? I want to go right there. Copy there. Come over here and now watch this. I can get rid of this truck pretty easily. Like that. Okay, now let's come over here, hit S. Copy there. Let's just come up here. And as you can see, okay, let's come over here and hit S. Let's copy right here like that and come directly over. There we go. Let's bring that back down a little. And one more should do it. And there. Look at that. Right there. Perfect. Completely eliminated that truck. And look how natural that looks. This thing works great when I'm not running 20 programs on it. All right. So now let's now I've done all that for here in another photo I'll show you in a second. Now let's come in here and change some coloring around. Okay. Now as you can see, it's still overexposed. So let's bring that down a touch, okay? Until that goes away. Let's see. Now that may look a little dark right now. We can come down here and make some other adjustments. So let's come over here and let's come down to color temperature. 5200. Let's up that to about 6100 maybe? 6100. Let's bring that sun out. Let's bring it up a little more. 6400. There we go. Let's really bring that out. See what the A does here. Let's bring the A over. Now this is very fine tuning. Here you can kind of see what it's doing. So let's go all the way to the B. Now look, that brought it right back down. Take it all the way up. Now it's going to kind of glow ridiculous. That's too much. So we want to just fine tune it just a hair. Let's bring the greens up a little bit, make them pop a little bit more. See, that's a little too green. So let's bring it back down just a little bit. Quite a bit. That's too much. I think I'm going to hit greens another route. Light optimizer. Let's see what that looks like. Strong. Let's go low. Okay, I kind of like that low. Okay, let's come down here to the gamma. I'm just going to auto it. Now again, in the past, this has worked a lot faster, but I'm running I'm running screen capture. I'm running the webcam. I don't know how this is going to turn out. But anyway, so let's do that. You come down here, sharpen. Let's up the sharpness a little bit. Okay. So anyways, you get the gist here, what I'm doing. Now, if you want to go back, well, let's go back and see what the original would have looked like. You just tap on this, remember? Tap that, and there's the original. So already you can see what we've done. Now let's come over here. Here's side by side. The original and the one I did. Now here, let's take this off. So there, look, just from that little bit of time and screwing around here, you can see the difference in how effective this program can be. Now again, I'd love to clean all that up. I've done it in previous videos, but for whatever reason, that's taken too long. So, and again, the way I did the, on here, the gamma, just hit auto and it preset all of these to this to make it look like this nice glow. I've gone through and like I've adjusted these on my own in the past, and it's just a really nice way to adjust the color scheme and everything, and get the colors and the, you know, everything to really pop. It's really nice. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the vibrance on Lightroom, or playing with the clarity. When you play with the sharpness, it brings it out just a little. It's not nearly as dramatic. That thing, when you play with the clarity and the dehaze and all that on the Lightroom, man, that really takes a photo into a new realm of looking almost like glass or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that is a little bit over post on Lightroom. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with it, but this is definitely more of a subtle program that is just going to enhance. It's not made to really make a photo look like it's, you know, some weird artistic, you know, put your own style on it. You know who does a good job with that? Peter McKinnon, Canadian photographer. He does a great job with that kind of stuff. He's really good in Lightroom. He's got a good channel. Kind of artsy, but I like him. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, I really want to clean that up, but let's go over here. Let's take up the greens a little bit and take up the reds a little bit here. So let's pull the reds up here and the oranges. I want to kind of take down some of this yellow tint a little. Let's take down the yellows just a little. Ah, yeesh. Hideous. Okay, let's take the yellows back up. Take the orange down a touch. How's that? All right, now those are starting to glow. I don't know. That's kind of looking a little funky. Oh, the sky. Let's try to bring that sky out. Let's see if we can do that. Bring some of that blue out of the sky here. I don't know. Magenta. I don't see any magenta, but let's give it a shot. Let's come up here with the strength. Let's try to bring that red glow down a little. Geesh. All right, let's see what it looks like before and after now. Pretty good. Like I said, I cleaned this up in a previous one. Let's see if we can't clean that up real quick. See if it'll work now. Or work better. And as you see, I mean, it's just really, it looks confusing, but after you play with it for just a few minutes, it really gets simple. I mean, it's laid out right here for you. The base, and just like anything, the more you play with it, the easier it gets. But I don't know, I like it. I mean, I guess it's something I'm getting more and more familiar with, so I'm liking it more. I definitely don't like how slow it is, but then I've had trouble with Lightroom being slow too. Depends what's running in the background, and if the laptop's plugged in, and if I've been doing it on the phone, the mobile app Lightroom. It's pretty cool. I wonder if they have this on I don't know. So anyways, this is the basic breakdown of it. Let me see if there's anything else. Now here's a rating system you can do with these pictures if you want. Down here, as you see, 4, click a star. You know, you can give it 3 or 4 stars. You can go through and rate them, and then, you know, that kind of stuff if you want to do that. There's some really neat features on here. I'm just going over some of the basics here to kind of give you an idea, because, like I said, it's something that you've already paid for. When you bought the camera, you bought this. I mean, you might as well give it a shot, right? I mean, I know Lightroom is amazing. I know that, but it also costs a pretty good chunk. And $10 monthly subscription, and also, or whatever, the $150. I know you get in the subscription, you also get Adobe Photo Editor, but this kind of stuff right here that I'm doing right now, this kind of cleaning up this, the fact that you can clean up some stuff and do something like this is fairly beneficial. I mean, if I had Adobe Lightroom, I don't think I could do this in Lightroom. I think I'd have to go to the Photoshop and then come back and do this. Okay, now see, I don't know why it does that. All of a sudden I was throwing some green in there. But anyways, this is a basic thing. So if you want to use the S instead of coming up here and clicking, you just hit S, then you find the spot you want to, and then you click it, come back down, start clicking it and covering up this junk. So I would go through, if I had the time, I would go through and literally get rid of all this junk and clean this up really nice. Get rid of these weeds. You know, basically do something like that. Go through and just clean up some of this debris here that kind of looks a little sloppy, and just make it look really crisp and clean, and just an extremely clean picture, because this is a really cool little bridge. No, I think it's a pretty neat little picture. So, but anyways, then up here, let's go on. So let's say we're at the point. Okay, now it looks decent. So let's do a quick compare and contrast again. Let's come over here. Okay, I'd like to go back, please. NED now. If you would allow me to. All right, here we go. Let's close that. Come over here, take me back. Now we're here. And clearly it is thinking, because it's not. There it goes. So let's compare the two side by side. And there you go. Now see, I just kind of cleaned that up a little. Like I said, that would take me a while. But I've done it in the past, so. As you can see there, not bad, all right? Now, this is in a RAW format. Now, when you hit save, it'll save it as JPEG to whatever folder you want. Okay, so let's hit 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, whatever. Now it's gonna kind of, throw it in the file, and that's it. Now, I didn't have to do much adjustment here with the light or the brightness. Just a little bit, but that's a really nice feature, how it shows you the spots that are overexposed. I like how it does that. I like how it gives you all the information, the histogram. It allows you to really tweak almost every aspect of the photo as far as the color and the lighting and everything. It doesn't let me get as artsy, if that's what you want to call it, as Lightroom, but I think it's a nice complementary software to go with the Canon that I got, the T7i. Especially being a beginner and just starting to dabble in different modes and manual and just learning. It's just one more thing to learn. It's really cool. Manual mode is becoming more and more fun the more I mess with it. And then getting into raw photos, this is a whole new thing here, being able to adjust all this. And the post-processing aspect of photography. Really cool stuff. And this is just one more tool I can add without going out and, like I said, spending a lot of money. So, well, I think that does it. So let's go back here and see here. Go back to the images. I'm going to lower this and put it in thumbnail. And let's look at, I want to show you. So you just saw that one. Let's see if I got one on here that I've already done pretty well. Let's see this one. Is this one I just did? Yes. Okay, so there's the one we just did. No, I don't want to go back. I don't want to see that one. This is neat. This quick view just shows you the information if you want to go through and see it. Nothing extraordinary. A quick check. So let's go back here. Here's one that, here we go, right here. I've been using the same photo just because I know what I did and no one else. Okay, so here you go. This is one that I've really spent a little bit of time with, and as you can see the difference here, how it really pops. Now I look up here, I've cleaned out this front. This is the same image. You can just see the difference here. This almost looks like it went through Lightroom. But these are the types of things you can do with it. So, but anyways, guys, I know I'm rambling on and on about this, but I would say it's worth giving a shot. And like I said, take your camera, if it's an EOS series, get on their website, use your serial number, and download this. You get the EOS utility, which allows you to do a couple things. I've actually done a tutorial on it. You can look at that if you want. That's on my channel. I'll scroll down. Maybe I'll put it in the links below if I can. And that's a pretty cool thing. This here is actually a lot better than I thought it was. Now, you tell me what you think, Oz. Did this help you at all? Is it even worth checking out? I don't know. Tell me what you think. And again, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. I did the best I could. I've got a mic here attached. I'm running all this. I don't know if it's recording, so I don't know what it's going to look like. This is all a big experiment, my whole YouTube channel. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for watching. I'm going to shut it down here. My eyes are on fire. I should have worn my glasses. And see you next time, guys.